Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. It can be so tough dropping your child off at daycare, but there are ways to make the experience better for everyone. Here with tips, we welcome back the author of the ABCs of Preschool, Miss Amber Jayne. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me again. I'm happy to be here.
You have some great stuff that educators want us to know because we're on the same team. We're going to get through those tough drop-offs together.
Exactly, and that's perfect. I love that you said we are on the same team. Yes.
For sure. So beginning with communication is everything. Don't be afraid to reach out.
Absolutely. If we know what's going on in your home life, a lot of times people are nervous to say what's going on, but like separation, death of a pet or a family member really affects children just like it affects adults. And in children, it affects their behaviors, and they do not have the communication skills to talk about it. So if we as educators know that there's something big happening in your life, we can scoop them up and love them extra hard. And then we really have that extra patience to just help them through it as well.
Yeah, we're all going to go through tough seasons in life, and you just never know how it's going to affect the little ones. So just having everybody with the same knowledge can be so helpful. And let's talk about those tough drop-off mornings. Sometimes they cry, sometimes they make a scene, and it's okay.
It's absolutely okay, and it's so normal. I don't want everybody to panic. They're thinking, "Oh my goodness, my little one is screaming. They hate preschool." And in fact, that's really not true. Some kids just take a lot longer to adjust to preschool, childcare, home daycare, and it's really normal. They have big emotions and sometimes they cry, but most of the time, I promise you, they stop crying within like 20 or 30 seconds and they are happy as can be all day long.
It's true. There is so much stimulation, fun things waiting for them. Their friends are there. To our next point, the quicker the drop-off, the better for everybody.
Yes, I know it sounds so harsh, but yes, please, this is something I have said for like 25 years. The quicker the drop off, the easier the transition. If you stay a long time, and I know you feel like all the emotions as a parent, you feel them too, but the longer you stay, the harder the transition. And sometimes that crying extends for longer periods of times because of those lingering drop offs. So say goodbye, and when you say goodbye, don't sneak out. I promise you, it's just better to say, "I love you. I'll see you later."
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is create more chaos for the teacher and the other kiddos. It's a big transition in the morning for everybody. Okay, and the next point here, teachers, obviously they really care and they want the best for your kiddo. So don't be afraid to reach out and speak up if there's something that you need.
Absolutely. In this field, this is a passion driven career. It's definitely not about the money in early childhood education. These educators love, love, love what they do. And if there's something that's not going right, or if you have a concern, just really reach out to them, because I want everybody to know that if your educators in the early childhood field are really there because they absolutely love your kids and love what they do.
For sure, and they want the best outcome for everybody.
Yes.
Okay, next one here. If your kid is sick, you just got to keep them home. It is tough because it does happen a lot when they're in those young ages.
It happens a lot. Their immune systems are not very strong. And so I always say they're going to get the sickest ever between the 0 and 5 years. And definitely just keep them home. I know a lot of times people give their little one Tylenol and pretend they're not sick. But as educators, as the teachers, we know when they're not feeling good, and we're going to have to call you anyways. And don't fret. The schools are cleaning constantly, but just at those younger years, it's just tougher. Our little ones are building their immune system, and that part of getting sick often is normal.
For sure. And then finally, positive feedback. I mean, everybody appreciates a kind word.
Everybody wants to be heard and appreciated. And it's so easy in our society, to say the negative things, right? To bring up the negative. But I encourage everybody to say something positive to your educator, to your teacher, because their job is really hard. It's surprisingly very hard and exhausting. And everybody wants to hear a word of appreciation.
I am endlessly amazed by both of my kids' teachers constantly. They are amazing. They are superheroes, and we've got to lift them up every chance we get. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. It was great to see you.
Good to see you, and thanks so much.
Of course. We'll have more on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.